Hey everybody, Karen from Ask the Spirit Guides. I hope you're doing well today. So it's been a little while since we checked in on what the Spirit Guides have to say regarding F45. Do we have to call them F47 now? So let's find out what they say about all of the questions that you had. I'm really excited. I haven't read through the questions. My sister put them together in an order that made sense. We did a post out last week actually. So some of these, I know there was this like question about his health for a little while over the last couple weeks, which is actually why I put the post out to see what kind of questions you guys might have had. So I know that part is sort of past for now, but let's just find out. Let's see what the lead team has to say about it, okay? So if you're new to the channel, welcome. My name is Karen, Ask the Spirit Guides, and if you're wondering what it is that we're doing here with these dowsing rods, then I do have a Start Here playlist that at the end of this video will pop up right here if you would like to take a look, okay? And it answers, there's a lot of like intro videos in there on soul contracts and how to use dowsing rods and all these more introductory videos in that playlist. And for those who haven't heard, we are starting another 30-day challenge. We may not call it a challenge, I just haven't come up with a different name yet. But that's what I'm going to use for now. So a 30-day challenge starting October 1st. I do have some Halloween journals ready for the challenge and the QR code right here in the corner, plus in the description. Okay. And we're going to have some fall journals as well. If you're wondering what the challenge is, it's basically 30 days of journaling. So we all do it as a community. 30 days of journaling, but at the end of each day, so you'll 1 or 2 pages of journaling, it's not a lot. At the end, you'll write a letter to your spirit team and have a conversation with them. And it's basically to strengthen your relationship with your spirit team and your guidance. So you'll be quite amazed. In fact, I hadn't thought about getting we might have to do a quick Google form, or I'll put a post out actually on finding out from those who did it the last time. How did it go for you? I know I did a Google form a while back, but I'm kind of wondering a couple months later how you feel it went for you now that you can reflect back on it. I'm kind of curious. So you can put it in the comments here too. If you participated, how did it go for you? Did you feel like it, a couple months later that your relationship is stronger because of the 30-day challenge? And let me know if you're going to participate this time, okay? Okay, so we have 31 questions. Again, these all came from the community. I probably will add a few questions of my own here or there as I get curious based on the questions you've had. So let me go ahead and I'll say our little prayer together just for protection and make sure we're talking to the right people or right spirits. And then we'll find out, okay? We'll find out. Basically, there are questions about Trump, his health, J.D. Vance, the administration. I think I saw one in there about Project 2025. So we'll just get an update and see where does the lead team think things are right now, okay? All right, so I close my aura to all but my higher self, the God consciousness, my guides, guardians, the lead team collective, and only those of the highest and purest light, and ask Archangel Michael to please protect my channel, your channel, our community, the lead team collective, so it is only of the highest and purest light. Amen. Okay, so I have not talked to my team or the lead team today. So hi you guys. Hey everybody. I just want to, as always, show some gratitude, and it's a good idea if you wanted to show some gratitude to your own team and the lead team if you wouldn't mind, but thanking them and just for all their guidance and support in this community. It's been amazing, so we really appreciate it. They've been really helping me and you answering all your questions and just really helping us through this transition time as we move, as far as we understand, moving from the 3D to the 5D and what that's going to take for us to get there is a little wobbly, isn't it, you guys? It's a little wobbly, to say the least. Okay, so lead team, hello. Hi. Do you have any concerns about any of the questions that are in front of me about answering any of those? No? Okay. As always, if there's anything that's not in our highest and best interest, please refrain from answering. Thank you. Okay, and I know they will anyways. The reason, I know somebody at one point had said to me, well, why do you even ask that, or why do you say that? It's really for us just to know that that is something that they would consider. Plus, even though, yes, our teams are looking out for our best interests all the time, we have free will. So as far as I understand, we have to ask for what we want. So I'm not going to assume that for the lead team, maybe they would answer because I've asked them to answer. And so I just want to make sure that I have clear boundaries with them or clear expectations. And that's okay. It's, we have free will, and it's very important that we have very clear guidelines and expectations of what we want because of that free will. At least that's how I interpret it. You can let me know how you interpret that. So, okay. All right. So lead team, question number 1. Is the rumor that DT, we'll call him DT, you guys, okay? Well, I could call him F40, so we'll call him F45 just because. F45. Is the rumor that F45's health is failing? Wait, hang on a second. Is the rumor that F45's health is failing just a rumor? No. Okay. And so is he in, let's say, ill health? Yes. Okay. Okay. I'm not going to do any timing questions because, timing stuff always is shifting all the time, right? And I'm not in any way, he'll be around as long as he needs to be around, Yeah, they're saying yes. So, I'm not like wishing for that or anything, but it's, who knows? Who knows? We'll see what divine timing, let divine timing take care of that. Okay, is F45 using a body double to hide his health issues? Yes. Oh, and let me just say, I need to make sure I say this. I should get my mug out. This is for entertainment purposes only, obviously. Who would take it seriously? Hopefully we do, but you know what I mean. So yeah, entertainment purposes only, and obviously allegedly, nothing is, you got to just, again, take this as entertainment. And, if it helps you feel better about anything that's going on right now, then that's amazing. That would be my goal in life, is that you wouldn't walk away feeling worse. Okay. Okay, is F45 actually running things right now? No. The question is, has F45 actually ever run things? Oh, yes. Okay. So let me just clarify in case the lead team needs some clarification. I know they don't, but so lead team, when I say F45, do you know that I'm referring to Donald Trump, who is president of the United States right now? Yes. Okay. Just making sure. Okay, so is DT F45 actually running things right now? No. Okay. And he was running things? Wow. Okay. All right. They're saying yes. So if he's not running things, is he only a front? Like he's basically for show at this point? Yes. Okay. Is the rumor true that F45 had a stroke? No. Did he have a heart attack? Oh, yes. Okay. Was he recently in a coma? No. Okay. Well, was this like a traditional heart attack where like kind of dramatic, how somebody has a heart attack and no? Okay. Is he monitored quite closely in terms of his health? Yes. So they were able to catch it kind of before it was an actual, let's say, attack. Yes. Okay. So it wasn't like what we would consider somebody who's just walking down the street and has a heart attack, right? Kind of drops, you know. Okay. Is it true that someone else is making decisions on DTs on F-45's behalf using an auto pen? Yes. Oh, again, entertainment purposes only. That's interesting. Okay. Is it true that F-45 is in renal kidney failure? Yes. Okay. Did a well-known clairvoyant see that F-45 had a back procedure? Okay, so I got to clarify this question because it could be interpreted a certain way. So the clairvoyant saw that, correct? Yes, but is it true? Did F-45 have a back procedure? Yes. Okay. So just to clarify, if you're using the dowsing rod, sometimes, I don't always catch it, but if you catch yourself kind of asking a question, sometimes it's helpful to do the questions out loud, like I'm doing with you, because if you ask the question, you can kind of hear it like, well, wait, there might be more to this question. There might be different layers to this question, and then you'd want to unpack that a little bit if you're looking to get like as straightforward a question as possible or an answer as possible. Okay. Okay, let's see. Is it true that F-45 has been diagnosed with a degenerative neurological disorder? Yes. Like dementia? Yes. Alzheimer's? No. Okay, so he does have dementia. He's been diagnosed with dementia? Yes. All right. Is it true that the recent proof of life pictures of F-45 are old? Oh, yes. Or were they from this last weekend, like over the last 2 weeks? Were those pictures, the proof of life pictures, from over the last couple weeks? No. Okay. Was the black bag thrown? Yeah, what was that, you guys? Was the black bag thrown from the White House window full of shredded files or documents? No. Was it of just, they were just doing household chores or maintenance? Yes. Okay. So it was just a maintenance chore thing, throwing it out. Who knows? There might have been, I mean, it makes sense that they would throw things out into a dumpster or something like that. Yes. Okay. Let's see. Is the White House atmosphere, this is funny, is the White House atmosphere like the movie Weekend at Bernie's? Yes, you guys are so funny. I love your questions. Yes, it is. It's like Weekend at Bernie's. Are cabinet members fighting with each other behind the scenes? Yes. Is that common with cabinet members of any administration to be really fighting behind the scenes? Not necessarily, no. Okay. Oh my gosh, you guys. I I almost have to have a coffee with Karen about this. Maybe I will in the next couple days. How you ever see when they sit around the table and they say all these things about him, all these nice things? I just can't. I just can't. I just can't. Have you seen that? It is so embarrassing. It is so embarrassing. Like my ego is just like, I can't even. I don't know. Do you know what I'm talking about? The last one that I saw, this was more recent, is one guy's like, if anyone has ever deserved the Nobel Peace Prize in the history of the Nobel Peace Prize, it was you. And then I don't know how old this one was, but then this is just, I don't know, it was just circulating recently. And then a woman, that was a guy, and then a woman in a red suit says, oh, we are just honored to have a big picture of you outside of, I don't even know what building it was, but there was like, then they showed this big picture of, oh my God, do these people have no pride whatsoever? Oh, anyways, I got to do a coffee with Kit. We're going to have to take a deeper look at that whole situation. Maybe we should do an SG. I don't know. I don't even know if it's worth it. I just feel like maybe that's all I had to say about it. I just can't. I don't know. What do you think about that whole situation? I don't know how anybody could look at that and I mean, I'm not talking like if they did that with Biden, if they did that with Obama, I would be equally as gagging as I am. It's just not right. It's just not. Okay. Sorry. I digress. All right. Let's see. Our Project 2025 people, I love that, going to replace F-45's cabinet under Vance. No. Okay. That's interesting. We could go down this whole, I mean, that alone could be an entire episode. Like what it would be like. They're like, yes, yes, they switched to yes. Um, just what it would be like under Vance. Well, the thing is, yeah, will Vance's cabinet stay the same if Vance actually ends up? Oh, they're saying yes. Okay. Oh, is that why maybe? Okay, because I have asked them recently. I will ask them again, you guys, right now in front of you. Because I did ask them this the other day just for personal knowledge. It was probably a week ago. Um, is F-45 going to remain president for the next until the next presidential election? No. Okay. Is JD Vance ever going to be president of the United States? Yes. Is JD Vance going to be president of the United States until, well, whenever he's seated within this, obviously it's within this time period of Trump's administration, right? Yes. Will he remain as president of the United States until the next presidential election? No. Okay. So in that case, with this cabinet situation, will is so he'll have the same cabinet as Trump for a while, for a little while. Yes. Is that because his time as president will be short? Yes. Okay, that's what I was getting at. So would he keep the same cabinet though if he were going to remain president for the well, 3 years? No. Okay. So again, there's like caveats to that, right? There's always these little caveats, not always, but there's sometimes you got to watch for the caveats. And sometimes you don't even know. You don't know what to ask. And so that's why this one is entertainment purposes only, because it does depend on the way the questions are asked, the way the questions are answered. If there's clarification, my knowledge of what I could be asking, because I don't always have the information. So, so that's, it just gives us a general idea. Okay. All right. And I just talk about that a little bit for those who are interested in utilizing their own dowsing rods, because anybody can do it. Anybody can do it. It just takes a little time to get into the vibration, so that they move for you. Okay. So that your guides will talk to you through the dowsing rods. Okay. Okay. And I actually have a video on that, you guys. So it's in the Start Here playlist. So you can browse that. I'm not sure what it's called otherwise. I'll try to post it at the end of this video if I can find it. Okay. All right. Let's see. Okay. Is F-45 currently trying to leave the country? Yes. Okay. Is his plan, because they've been telling us for months, months and months and months, is his plan. In fact, we just got a message yesterday. If you guys listened to the messages, the pendulum messages from yesterday, September 9th, one of them was just keep waiting, and it was for him to leave. So, yep. So, is it still in the cards, in the timeline, for him to move to Saudi Arabia? Yes. Will it be more like an escape to Saudi Arabia? No. Okay. So is he going to end up resigning versus being, is it going to be more like a resignation now? Oh, yes. Versus an impeachment? Will he be impeached? No. Okay. I'm not even sure. Does anyone remember if I've even ever asked that? Whether he'll resign or be impeached? I feel like this is the first time I've ever asked that. I think we were hoping that the whole Truth Alliance and all that was going to come out quicker than it is, and smart elections and all that kind of stuff. But so I don't even know that I've ever asked that before. That's interesting. And even if I had, well, at one point, was there a chance of him being impeached in the timeline, in the current timeline? Yes. Okay. So it's more likely a resignation at this point? Yes. Is it a forced resignation? Oh, yes. Is that something we would know, like the American public would know? No. Okay. Is he going to come off as if he's stepping down for the good of America type of thing? Yes. Okay. We'll have to pay attention to that. All right. See how he does that. Okay. But okay. Is he going to be held accountable for any of his shenanigans? And I know that word is not even cuts close to what he's done, but yes. Okay. All right. Okay. Is Vance secretly working behind the scenes? Secretly working behind the scenes? Yes. Is he secretly working behind the scenes for the benefit of the country? No. Well, let me just say, is he secretly working behind the scenes for the benefit of part of the country? Yes. Like the white supremacists? Yes, the Heritage Foundation? Yes. Okay. So he is working behind the scenes secretly, but on behalf of part of the country. Is that a very small percentage of the country? Yes. Okay. Will DT, sorry, it's listed as DT on here. So will F-45 apparent ability to rule by executive order be reined in the coming months? Yes. Is that because he won't be president? Yes. Okay. All right. Will the big, beautiful bill be amended to remove the cuts to humanitarian programs? No. Okay. Okay. Eek. Okay. At least for now. At least for now, correct? Yes. Will the U.S. ever support humanitarian programs like we've been in the future? Like we have been in the near future? Yes. Okay. So just not at this point. It's not going to be addressed? No. Okay. Did P as in Putin, why can't we say his name? Why can't we say his name? I'm just like, you know, we should not be suppressed for saying things, YouTube. We just should not. That's an issue. Now, if it was, harmful, obviously. But to say Putin, I don't know. Is that a problem? I have no idea. But not appropriate, right? So, but whatever. I won't say his name. I don't know. Did P threaten to uncover F-45 secrets at the meeting in Alaska? Yes. So was that Trump's idea to have the meeting in Alaska? No. Was that Putin's idea? I'm just going to say it. Was that his idea? Yes. Okay. Are handlers giving F-45 a secret drug or liquid? No. Okay, so not like MK Ultra type stuff? Are they doing any kind of MK Ultra? No. Okay. Are the new policies, such as aggressive deportations, tariffs, and cuts to public benefits, actually raising costs for the average American? Yes. Was that the plan? Do they want to raise the cost for the average American? Yes. That's the interesting thing. That whole thing could be its own topic as well, is to get down to the bottom of that. But maybe, let's wait and see what happens with F-45 and see how far, because once he leaves, then we've got a whole different scenario to be exploring. And maybe at that point is where we'll dive deeper into this Project 2025 stuff. Okay, will F-45's soul reincarnate so once he passes, will his soul reincarnate within the next 5 years? No. Okay. Can that change? Can he choose to do that? Yes. So does the future timeline, have him reincarnating ever again on Earth? Yes. Okay. Will it be before 2050? No. Okay. So will his soul reincarnate into the 5D on Earth? Oh, no. Okay, I've never asked that before. That's interesting. So his his spirit's going to continue in 3D experiences for now? Yes. Okay. Is that because he's not quite ready for the 5D experience? His soul is not ready for the 5D? They're saying no, but I'm not quite, okay. Is his soul ready for the 5D experience? Okay, they're saying yes. Okay. So his soul is it because all of our souls are ready for the 5D experience? Yes, so we can be, but his soul will choose to continue to experience the 3D? Yes. Okay. And there's no judgment on that. I mean, I don't know, maybe my soul, Karen, my human Karen says absolutely not, but I don't know if it's for the better for whatever reasons, things I have to learn, that I don't see right now, then I'm not worried about that. It's whatever, because the thing is we have eternity, right? If we believe in that we're eternal, meaning like, this body is not eternal, but our spirits are, then we have forever and ever and ever to grow and grow and grow and grow and grow. Keep growing. Okay. So, and some of us are younger than others. So I don't know how that is, but that I can't explain. At least logically, I don't have the words for that. Okay. Some of you might though, so feel free to put it in the comments. This is open dialogue, so please share any, awareness or ideas you have, and anything we're talking about, because it's really helpful. I love reading the comments and seeing different perspectives. So, all right, let's see. That was an interesting one about him reincarnating, though. Okay, so the next question was if yes, he was going to reincarnate in 5 years, but I'm just going to see if I can still ask this without that being the case. Will F-45 be a more ethical and compassionate person in his upcoming reincarnations on Earth? Yes. Okay. Okay. Will he choose to have a different family experience that will support that for him? Yes. Okay. Will Ivana and/or his soul family reform him in his new reincarnation? I got to think about that for a second. Yes. So will Ivana, or his soul family, reform him in his new reincarnation? They're saying yes. I don't really know what that means. Reform. I'm not sure what that means, but let's just say, would they support him in his new reincarnation? Yes. Okay. Would his reincarnation be in another position of power? Is that something in his... No. Will he ever have another position of power to the extent he has now? No. Okay. Is it safe to assume, well, has he failed, quote unquote, failed in what he expected to do in this? Yes. Okay. Failed is not the right word for this conversation, but it's what I have right now in human terms. Okay. They're saying yes. Okay. Because I don't think there is a failure, you know. Is that true? Is there do we fail as souls, as spirits? Do we fail? Oh, they're saying yes. Okay. Um, hmm. But is there shame that comes with what we might feel when we fail as humans? No. Okay. That's kind of what I was trying to get at. I'm like, I don't know what I'm thinking of, but all right. Uh, will there be a big worldwide celebration in the next few months? Yes, but is that Christmas? Is that because of Christmas? Okay, no. Will there be a big worldwide celebration in the next few months due to political changes? That is a very funny. I love the sneaky little ways to ask the questions. That's perfect. Yes, the answer is yes. Okay. I do like, it's not a sneaky way. I like the ways to ask the questions multiple different ways just to see if there's consistency. I think that's important. Okay. I really enjoy getting your guys' questions. They're so much better than what Mabel produces for us at this time, anyways. Okay, let's see. Should we all relax? Let it play out. Okay, yes and yes. And focus on making our area of influence more positive. Yes. Great way of stating that. I love it. Making our area of influence more positive. I love it. Look at your community. Look at your family. Look at your family and your community, right where if you can't influence, unless there's something you can do, which by the way, I haven't called my senators for today. I'm going to do that. I got to remember to do that right after this. Because just calling each day until the government funding gets approved for next year. So I talked about that in the last couple of videos that I did. So if you've missed those, you might want to go back and just take a look. I actually did a video where I called on video my senator. So if you want to take a look at that, just the last couple days. Okay, so I think that's great. Should we all relax, let it play out, and focus on making our area of influence more positive? Yes, do what you have influence over, and then we don't need to pay attention to the rest of the stuff. Okay, I mean, pay attention, but let's not, stay in fear about it because you don't have any influence over it. And they're saying yes. Okay. Will we be okay as a country, the USA, regardless of the puppet show? Yes. Now, the word okay can be interpreted in different ways, right? So, will the USA be stronger in terms of compassion, having each other's backs, crime reduced, equity, income equity? Will that be improved over after this puppet show is over? Yes. I mean, that could be another whole little session. Is what all things, chances are, if they're saying yes to all that, they're probably going to say yes to most of it. Okay. Will the events of September further solidify in the collective 3D that love is winning? Whoa. Okay. Yes. All right. Are the gold decorations hanging in the Oval Office made of gold? Are they actually made of gold? Yes. Is the gold taken from Fort Knox? No. No. Are those new things? I saw a picture of it and I'm like, I don't know what he's doing. Okay, so is F-45 an actual zombie? Yes, they said yes, he is. He's a zombie. You guys are so funny. Oh my gosh, you guys are funny. I have a feeling maybe my sister added that question. Either Marsha's funny or someone else is here, and obviously the lead team is funny. So yes, he is an actual zombie. So All right, you guys, I hope this was enjoyable and helpful. And if you have additional questions, feel free to put them in the comments in this video. And if we have enough interest, we'll do a part two. Okay? All right. See you in the next video. Bye-bye.